Blessing the people. Welcome back. So peeps, today we're gonna feature another legendary Jamaican talent. You get me, I say, people. And the talent that we're featuring today is the late Stanley Beckford. Stanley Beckford is a Jamaica Mento singer. You understand, people? You know, Stanley Beckford is a man where back in the days, him could have hold a crowd and him could have make a crowd move. You get me, people? So let us dive into the journey of Stanley Beckford. You know what I mean? Look at some of the challenges that he faced, you know what I mean? Some of the successes as also his eventual death. You understand, people? So let's go. So Stanley Beckford was born on the 17th of February 1942 in the beautiful parish of Portland. Stanley Beckford's mother died whilst he was still an infant, and his father died when he was just 7 years old. So Stanley Beckford lost both parents whilst he was still a toddler. Following the death of his father, Stanley grew up with his grandparents, and his grandparents were living in Kingston, and you know they move around. So Stanley grew up in the West Kingston areas of Greenwich Farm and also Maxfield Avenue. Like many other Jamaican veteran entertainers and even entertainers today, Stanley Beckford's musical journey started in church. You know, Stanley used to sing on the choir in a local church of God. After a time, he became leader of the choir in his church, and he was performing well. He was encouraged by a lot of persons that he should take music seriously because he had a unique sound. Stanley Beckford started to get some recognition outside of the church after he won a talent contest which was put on by journalist and radio presenter Veer Johnson. And this was at the West Kingston Majestic Theatre. After gaining this recognition, Beckford continued to go around and do his music and entertaining people. However, in 1968, Beckford joined a neighborhood reggae band which is known as Soul Syndicate. But Stanley Beckford's high-pitched nasal timbre and Mento influenced style of music did not fit in well with the band. Hence, he had to remove himself from that group because it was not working out for him. So after this did not work out, Stanley Beckford started to work at a telephone company as a night watchman. So while Stanley Beckford was at work one night in 1973, he witnessed police arresting a man whilst he was on the job for some crime that he had committed. And that was when the inspiration came to Stanley Beckford to write a song titled You Are a Wanted Man, which is also one of his big songs. This song was so good that it impressed producer Alvin Gigi Wrangling while Stanley Beckford sang it to him in an audition. This song was officially recorded with the backing of the Starlight Band. The song's Mento-styled vocals bucked urban reggae trends and went straight to #1 on the Jamaican charts. Stanley and the Starlight Group had further hits with songs such as Healing in the Barnyard, Hold My Hand, and Mama D. But his biggest hit was a song titled Lord Soldering, which was banned by the Jamaican radio in 1975, prompting the producers of the record to produce more vinyl records. Producers were Big Youth, Irai, and Jalai. Stanley Beckford later became a regular on the North Coast circuit, as he was always going around and playing with his band at the hotels, entertaining tourists, and he used to also play and entertain the upper class locals when they were hosting their prestigious event. Stanley Beckford and Alvin Gigi Wrangling had some dispute over royalties, causing a split, and for Stanley Beckford to rename his group Stanley and the Turbines from the original name, the Starlights. This was when Stanley Beckford started to work with producer Barrington Jeffrey at the Dynamic Sound Studios. Jeffrey ran a label that was known as the Dr. Kumina label. Under this label, they released the Mento classic titled Leave For Me Kaisilo. This song was a very big hit for both parties in 1977, and it also led to the production of an album. They also had a follow-up with another hit song titled Brown Girl. So in 1980, Stanley and the Turbines won the prestigious Jamaica Festival competition with a song titled Come Sing With Me. In spite of all the hits, you know what I mean, and the whole heap of recognition that came with the album and the big songs, Stanley was not making any money. Financially, he was disappointed with Jeffrey, and you know, Beckford decided that he was gonna work with Alvin G.G. Wrangling again. And for Wrangling, he recorded the album titled Big Bamboo. This was in the year 1981, but however, this album suffered from a less distinct Mento influence. So people, in the 1980s, Stanley Beckford's production of music started going down because this was the year when the new styled, more computerized dancehall music started to take its effect in Jamaica. However, Stanley still continued to record significant material, most notable of which is Digitally Back, Jamaica Festival Song Contest winner, titled Dem of His Scrum. You know, and this song was recorded for Calvin Bubbles Cameron, who is the owner of the Huaru label. During the 1980s, he recorded popular songs such as Awa Aguan and Amazon, and made 7 tours of Brazil. He won the Festival Song Contest for the 3rd time in 1994 with Dem a Pollute, now with the Astronauts. In 2000, Full Island a Boom won the Jamaica Festival Song Contest, this time credited to Beckford as a solo artist, and he regularly performed with the Rod Dennis Mento Band at the Kingston Hilton Hotel. In 2001, whilst playing hotel performances with the Fab Five Band, he was asked by French record executives to record an album of all-time Mento for the European market, and Stanley Beckford plays Mento, released by Barclay Beckford, was backed by the Blue Glaze Band, one of the island's top Mento groups, with additional harmony provided by his wife Thelma and daughter Monique. The album and the European tour gave Beckford a new audience in France. In the year 2002, Stanley Beckford was diagnosed with throat cancer, a battle which he fought courageously for 4 years. Towards the end of 2006, Beckford underwent radiotherapy treatment at the University of the West Indies Hospital in Jamaica. On the 30th of March 2007, Stanley Beckford died at his home in Riversdale, St. Catherine, Jamaica. According to his wife Thelma, she said that she was trying to cope with her loss and she was basically alone with him. You know, she said that he died about 3 o'clock that day on their bed. Thelma said that he was in her arms and she was shaking him and saying, Stanley, Stanley, you know what I mean? And no movement was coming out of him. And, you know, she was crying and she broke down. After which, she said that she saw blood running from his nose. You know, and that was when she accepted what was, because she realized then that there's nothing she could have done. So now, peeps, I'm gonna give my view on the whole Stanley Beckford thing, people. You see me? If you notice, Stanley Beckford, in my opinion, was a very, very successful entertainer from Jamaica, even though his style of music was a bit different from the dancehall, ska, and so on. And I mean, was the kind of Mento thing, you know, them kind of vibes that keep people rocking. So it was more of a kind of smoother, kind of slower, you know what I mean, different from dancehall. But you know, nowadays dancehall, some of the artists they mix up a little bit of that with them things same way, you know what I mean, and get a nice sound. But people think about it, Stanley Beckford them do a whole heap of work, you know what I mean, successful work. But in my opinion, Stanley Beckford them never make anywhere close to the amount of money what them supposed to make from the work what them put in. You get them as a people. In my opinion, Stanley Beckford them lose out because the producers them treat them unfairly. You see it, people, because at the end of the day, if you're a man who have so much big song, I mean, I tell you about songs were relevant today in any party you go. When Stanley Beckford song never play, you know a man have to hold on for a girl, he have to whine and go down, whine and come up and he have to all about over the place. You see as a people. But after so much years and putting in all of that work, you know people, Stanley Beckford still basically died a poor man, because I can remember when Stanley Beckford had died and the family was even asking if persons are willing to contribute. They would take contributions towards his funeral. You get to me as a people. I can remember that as a younger person, hearing that, you know what I mean, knowing that Stanley Beckford, they make a whole heap of money. Now, so the reason why people ask for assistance are because they don't have nothing at all. But at the end of the day, it's as a people, man like them, they will put in so much work, should have rich. There should have been such a great legacy that them family can survive from the proceeds of them royalties forever, generationally. Because Stanley Beckford, them music will never stop playing. You get me as a people. And you know people, it was also alleged that Stanley Beckford them used to touch the little white something same way. You see it people, because most of the artists them from back in the days used to always involved with that thing there. You see it? So the allegations are, I'm not prove it, I'm not sure, but that's what people say. You see me? But anyway peeps, you can like, subscribe, share. Peace.
Boyfriend did it. Your man did it. Oh, I know. You know what? Please play musician. Watch it. see my people, me come. I said, you're late, you want it. Sure. I want to know which one of you ladies in the audience can well like me. Can well like me? If the idea be part of it. The idea be part of it. The idea be part of it. I want to hear more. Like you. The only ring the yard and I am $50. The only ring